Hey, good morning everybody. It is Monday. It's the 1st of June. And we're 6 months into the year. Can you believe it? 6 months, halfway. What can I say about June? Nothing much, except it's maybe supposed to be level 3 lockdown. So let's see how that goes. Huh? All right, guys. So today we're doing a Bulgarian lunge. It sounds nasty, sounds spicy. It is. And we're doing a Bulgarian ladder, which means we're going 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we're doing 3 on the reps on the left, 3 reps on the right, 6 on the left, 6 on the right, 9, 9, 12, 12, 15. And we've got an FAP. No, it's not a swear word, but it might be by the end of the workout. Okay, so FAP as far as possible, up the ladder as possible, and we work for 10 to 12 minutes. That's all we're doing. We're doing left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, right, left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg, until you can't do any more. And then hopefully you'll still be able to walk for the rest of the week. Okay, guys. So let's have a look. Scaling options. If we are not doing Bulgarian lunges, which we take you through, we're going to do some kind of a reverse lunge. If you're not doing reverse lunges, if you're not comfortable with that, we're going to do air squats. Okay, and if for some reason your legs don't work halfway through the workout, we're going to change that into scaling, maybe change it to sit-ups or something else to keep that work rate up for that 12-minute time. Okay, so let's have a look at your Bulgarian lunge. Right, guys, so for your Bulgarian lunge, what we're looking for is we're going to have one foot in the box. We have done these before. Remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep those hips and squares and knees and ankles as straight as possible in a straight line. All right, we're looking for the foot's going to come into the box. You can come into the toes. You may find it's more comfortable to actually have that foot flat. You can do this either on a low step. You can do it up on a chair, maybe on the couch. And we're looking and focusing on these hip mechanics. I don't want to see those knees bending first. First movement is to press the hips back, hips press back, and press up. 1, hips press back, push up 2, hips press back. And what we're looking for is, okay, you're not pushing off this back leg. Front hip is working, the heels are down, this knee isn't falling inwards, this knee is falling out the side. Press, stomach tight, chest up, drive the hips. You can do 3 on the left, and then you do, whoop, 3 on the right. Hop, 1, hop, press, 2, hop, press, 3. That's 3 reps, 3 and 3. Then you go on the right, and you go 6 reps on the left, nice and deep. Hop, press, 1, nice and deep, press, 2 for 6 reps, change into the right. Okay, it's going to get spicy very quickly, right? So you've got to work on it. Focus on keeping a nice strong midline, keep the weight on the heels, drive through the hips to make sure the hip mechanics are what's doing the work, not that back leg. Okay, that's your Bulgarian squat. If you're not doing Bulgarian squat, we're going to do a reverse lunge on the spot. So similar kind of mechanics. We're going to sit back on the hips, press back, press up to the hips and the glutes. 1, same leg, hop, press up, 2, hop, press up, 3, change other side, 3, hop, press up, 1, hop, press up, 2, number 3, go back to your reverse lunge, 6. That's reverse lunge option. If you're going to do air squats, so normally, if you're not strong enough to do your Bulgarian lunges, reverse lunges, or Bulgarian squats, or your reverse lunges, we're going to do air squats, but we're actually doing 6 reps in total, or 3 or equal reps on each side. For the air squats, we're just going to do 3 air squats, 6, 9, 12. So keep the same rep range, even though you're using both legs. So your air squat, feet shoulder width apart, same hips, weight in the heels, hop, press, hop, press, 2, 3, rest, and maybe not really going to help you to do 3, 6, 9, 12 because there's nothing to break it up. So maybe what we can do is we can add in some sit-ups. So if you do 3 air squats, 3 sit-ups, 1, 2, 3, come back up, 6 air squats, 1, 2, 3, 6, back down, 6 sit-ups, 9 air squats, 9 sit-ups, 12, 12. Try to get as far up the ladder as you can. All right, guys, that's the workout for today. We do have a little finisher. It's an optional finisher. So in case you've got anything left in your legs and you feel like your legs are still working, we want to make sure that your legs are not working tomorrow or the next day. So we've got some tabata squats. Okay, so we've got bottom to bottom squats. And you're working for a full 20 seconds, resting for 10 seconds, and you're doing a full 8 rounds. Okay, so 4 minutes. So bottom to bottom squat is we're starting the squat at the bottom. Normally what happens with an air squat is we press hips back, 1, rest, 2. What we're looking for a bottom to bottom is you're going to start at the bottom, up, down, 1, up, down, 2. So your starting position is going to be there, 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, and we're doing 20 seconds of bottom to bottom squats. Rest 10 seconds, shake the legs out. Okay, go again. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest, 8 rounds. If you're not going to do squats, but you still want to do a little bit more of a finisher, make it for sit-ups. Okay, so you either do sit-ups, as many sit-ups as you can in 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds, as many sit-ups as you can in 20 seconds, rest 10 seconds. That's the workout. That's the workout. Monday, 1st of June, first workout of the month. Stick with us, and we'll be through the warm-up briefing shortly. Okay guys, so your warm-up. Run, row, skip, star jump, jumping jack. I think you know the drill by now if you've been watching these videos. Get warm for 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, getting nice and warm here is going to help you get through the warm-up, or get through the workout a little bit later. All right, once you're warm, then we're going to spend 2 or 3 rounds going through this. We're going to do 10 low crouch side shuffle. Low crouched side shuffle. Okay, we're going to do some walking lunges, we're going to do some alternating Cossack squats, and we do some warrior pose. What we're focusing on here is get those hips and glutes firing, but also look at opening up the hips so that we've got better mobility, better range of movement, which is going to give us a better position on those Bulgarian squats and the lunges and whatever else we're going to do for the workout. So let's go through that first. So we're doing a low crouched side shuffle. It's also called the dodgy shuffle. Okay, so low crouch side shuffle first. You're going to get nice and deep, almost like a sumo position. Drop the knees wider than usual. Drop, and you can hold. Try and keep the back straight and the chest up, so I don't want to see you around like this. You're trying to maintain a strong midline. And you're going to stretch sideways. Stop. Side. 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 You do 10 in that direction, and you're coming back. 10. 10. 10. What we often see with this is the feet coming too close together. So they start like this, and what happens is you bring the feet together. Then there's too much work in the knees. Right. Keep the work in the thighs inside the hips. Half a step, half a step, half a step, half a step. Imagine you've got a low roof under your head and you're trying to stay under the low roof as you go, or imagine you're this really dodgy person going, dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. Okay, that's why it's called the dodgy shuffle or the low crouched side shuffle. Dodgy shuffle is easier to say. Then we do some walking lunges. So same thing, 10 meters in that direction, 10 meters back, or 10 reps in that direction. Back straight, chest up, drive to the hip. 1, stomach tight, press up. 2, stomach tight, press up. 3. If the lunges aren't great for you, air squats. Okay, you can even do them on the edge of a chair if you need to be working your squats. 1, air squats if you need to be doing air squats. Then we do alternating Cossack squats. So first round of this, get your hands as flat onto the floor as you can, and we're trying to increase the range of movement across the adductors. So hands on the floor, you're going to press. 1, 2, 3, change other side. 1, 2, 3, other side. 1, 2, 3. If you just go straight into this, you're going to damage something. All right, so rather go slowly. Slowly increase the range of movement. As you get better, you can bring your body up, and you're pushing backwards. So again, I don't want to see this knee coming forward. Push back through the hip. Hip presses back. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Press hips backwards. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Press back. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Press back. 1, 2, 3. And you're doing 10 reps on each side. Once you've done the Cossack squats, we're going to go into a alternating warrior stretch. We did this one the other day. We're going to try and drive those knees open, get nice and deep in the hips, and then rotate along the spine. From there, up, press the knees open. Up, 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3. 2, and we're doing 5 to 10 on each side. Take your time with it. Push those knees open, drop the hips down. Try and get as much rotation through that thoracic spine as possible as well. Okay, so that's going to be your low crouched side shuffle, walking lunges, alternating Cossack squats, warrior poses, 10 meters there and back, 10 meters there and back, 10 reps on the alternating squats, on the Cossack squats, warrior stretch, and you do 2 to 3 rounds for your warm-up. Take your time with this. You can't go quickly, but take your time. Make sure you're improving that range of movement and mobility. All right, guys, so next on the agenda. So we're going to do a little bit of mobility across the shoulders. We're going to open up the shoulders a bit. And we're going to do some mobility across the front of the hips for that frog stretch. We do a front rack stretch, open up the shoulders. We do a dynamic frog stretch at the bottom. And we do an ankle stretch at the first. So from here, we're going to work on arms locked out nice and straight. Pressing out, stretch back, press. And just work as much as your range of movement allows you to without overdoing in the shoulders. Pressing out. Pressing, you go for about 10 of those. If you can go take it all the way around, then go all the way around. Okay. And then once you've done 10 of those, nice big circles. Circle around, circle around, circle around. And then change direction. Circle around, circle around, circle around. 10 in each direction, one to the other. That should get the shoulders a little bit more mobile. All right, so the next one you're going to, a bit of a front rack stretch. Maybe a little bit difficult to do this by yourself unless you've got a coach showing you, but try it out. PVC pipe or the broomstick comes behind. And what we're doing is we're trying to grab, we're trying to grab around the side here. So on the side, pull this hand through. And what we're doing is we're rotating this PVC pipe upwards. So you're going to feel the stretch into this rotator cuff. It's a gentle stretch. You don't want to be like, trying to rock it because you will hurt your shoulder, okay? Slow, gentle rotation, come back to the middle. Gentle rotation, come back to, we'll do 5 or 10 mobs of those. Try and keep that elbow in front, right? But again, be careful. Other side, up around the side, press, and you're doing 10 on the other side. That will help with this internal, external rotation. It's just good shoulder mobility that you need for just general performance. All right, once you've done that front rack stretch, we're going to do a dynamic frog stretch. So I'll show you what we're doing from the side here. All right, so we're going to a dynamic frog stretch. What we're doing is we're going to keep the hips nice and low, and I'm trying to hit the bottom of that squat as much as possible. My elbows are pressing open, and we're just going to go backwards and forwards. So from here, I'm going to press forward into my hips, and a lunge, press, and drop back down. Stretch at the bottom. Hips press back, press back. You can walk these hands forward. You got to press through the arms, press. Squat 2, press back. 3. And we're going to do backs and forwards for about 10 times. Every time your new position, you're trying to drop the hips deeper, push the knees open. Hop. Push the hips deeper, push the knees open. Push the hips deeper, push the knees open. Okay? There is some work through the shoulders and hips as you press through. So if it's not comfortable, what you're going to work on is an air squat. You sit down to the bottom and hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that little bouncing is to try and get deeper into that squat every single time. Knees pressing open. Similar to what we're doing with the frog stretch. Okay. Then we do a bit of an ankle stretch. Ankle stretch, what we can do, you can do it either against the wall or flat. I'm going to come slightly up and I'll push my heel down. I'm trying to get this soleus here to stretch as much as possible. So I'm stretching down, side bend, 3. This heel is just coming off the floor, but I'm trying to push it downwards. 3, 2, 1. Change. Press down. 3, 2, 1. Change. And what we're doing is we're trying to increase your ankle range of movement. 3, 2, 1, change, to give you slightly better mobility and range of movement when it comes to those lunges. 1, 2, 3, so you can get better hip mechanics. Pressing back. 1, 2, 3, squat. If you want to do it up against the wall, you can push against the wall, press, 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 get a nice calf stretch. But a straight leg tends to hit the gastrocnemius more of your upper calf, versus a bent knee is going to hit that soleus, and that's where you want that improvement in range of movement. Okay, that's going to be ankle stretches. Spend a bit of time, spend a minute on the shoulders, spend a minute doing that dynamic frog stretch, spend a minute, 30 seconds on each ankle. Okay, should help. Just one round of that will be enough. Then we're going to do a bit of WOD prep. We're going to prepare the movements that we're going to be using for the workout. So we're going to review our Bulgarian squat. Okay, and we're going to perform 1 or 2 rounds, make sure the mechanics are right, make sure the glutes are firing, make sure that the position is good with your knee. Okay, do 1 or 2 rounds of that. Do a little bit of tabata squats, make sure you're nice and warm, and then we're going to hit the workout. So from here, your Bulgarian squat. Same thing again, right? Hips back, knees on the side. But check your position. So some of you may start too close to the box, and you start doing like a funny, it doesn't feel comfortable, doesn't feel right. Start a little bit further away. That comes onto the box. Again, as soon as this knee comes forward, right? Incorrect mechanics. You've got to focus on pressing hip back with the hip. Hips come back. Now even this position here, okay, as soon as that knee comes forward over the top there, you're going to use too much quadricep. So I want you to focus on hip back, knee comes back, not over the top of the toes, pressing up and pressing up. That's your squat. So do 6 reps on the left, 6 reps on the right. Give yourself a bunch of bottom to bottom squats. 1, 2, 3, 6 of those. Should be warm. When you know that, you'll know when you're warm. Hit the workout. Set the clock. 3, 2, 1. And AFAP. As far up the ladder in 10 or 12 minutes as you can. If your legs are smoked and you're getting halfway, change to sit-ups. Okay, and then for that bottom, for that tabata, air squats and sit-ups, or sit-ups only. Guys, 1st of June, another 6 months to go for the rest of the year. I want to say good luck for the rest of the year and enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday.